State of Play happened yesterday, and I did go live filming it, but I have to admit it was kind of not terrible. Terrible is not the right word, because everything was fine. It was fine. That's what it was. It was fine. And the reality is, I think we got spoiled. There was a couple years where we got spoiled with really cool stuff happening on State of Plays. And we have to know that this is not a PlayStation showcase. So, a PlayStation showcase, you should be getting a lot of big announcements, a lot of really cool things, okay? And we should know better that State of Plays are not for that. State of Plays have certain purposes. We will get certain surprises at State of Plays, but really it's to show smaller things, or if it is to show something big, they usually let you know. Like, for example, it was really cool to see Borderlands, and we found out that I believe it's like March or April, we're going to be getting a full State of Play that's totally devoted to Borderlands. And so if you're a Borderlands fan, when that comes, you're going to have a whole bunch of stuff to really look forward to that all has to do with Borderlands. And that was really, really cool. But yet again, people were disappointed in it. And it made me think about something. That a lot of times people want to see things and maybe Sony's not prepared to show them. But there are things that Sony literally allows to be announced in other news stories that they could just announce at their State of Play. And, I would prefer you to show me something, right? I think when it comes to State of Plays and PlayStation showcases, yes, show us rather than tell us. But on the rare occasion when you can't show us, why don't you go ahead and tell us? And the perfect example for that is this article that came out on GamerRanks. And it just simply says PlayStation plans to expand on family-friendly games after Astrobot success. Now, just to let you also know, if you're a big Astrobot fan, there is another article on GamerRanks that's talking about how we're going to be getting more DLC and more bots from, different in the history of PlayStation, that you're going to have more gameplay for Astrobot. I haven't got to play Astrobot yet. I've been kind of short on buying video games right now, but I'm really excited to play Astrobot. I've been excited to play Astrobot for quite a while. I've been really, really, really wanting to play it. So, anyway, but it talks about the success of Astrobot and how much people really loved it. And it's made them rethink and made them think about trying to do more content that's for kids. And I think this is definitely a way to go. And, they've made a lot of mistakes with live service games, and if they're going to go away from live service stuff, I think a good idea is yes, buying, making these AAA big immersive worlds, big expensive games, yes, they're risky and a lot of them are profitable for Sony. Sony knows how to make those single player big adventure games. Spider-Man's awesome, God of War's awesome. They know how to do that, right? We know they know how to do that. But I think it's time for them to show us that they can do other things as well. And it's one of the same lessons that Warner Brothers Games needs to learn when it comes to the things they're doing, is because you could probably make a lot of smaller games that are just as fun for the audience with characters that they love. And, for us to get a Sly Cooper game, or another Ratchet game, or another Jak and Daxter game, and maybe not from the original studios that made them, because now they're making big budget things, you could be putting out tons of content for kids to play, to grow into the ecosystem of PlayStation, to fall in love with PlayStation, just like I did when I was a kid, because I had games that I could play that were made for kids. I wasn't allowed to play GTA when I was a kid. I got to play Sly Cooper when I was a kid. I got to play Kingdom Hearts when I was a kid. And yes, Kingdom Hearts is definitely one of those more expensive games, but Sly Cooper doesn't have to be, right? There's a lot of those games that don't have to be super expensive, and you can have a lot of fun with them and do a lot of cool things. I think it's a perfect idea. Now, to bring up the original point of this video, though, is I think this is, again, a lesson to be learned from Sony, that why did you just not have this announcement at your State of Play? Why did you not have an announcement from one of your people that said, hey, announcing here first that we plan on making more games for kids? That we saw the success of Astrobot. Not only are we going to be giving you more DLC, more things for Astrobot, but we are planning on making future games that are for younger audiences to, that you'll be seeing some of our old IP or new IP come forth in the future. That, I think, would have made a lot of reactions a little different, because it would have spurred a lot of conversation. So it's like, okay, you didn't show me what I wanted you to show me, but you gave me hints of some interesting things in the future. I wish they would have done that. They didn't. That's okay. I still enjoyed the State of Play enough. Now, did it give me what I wanted? No, it didn't. But I should have known better. It's not a showcase. It was a State of Play. I should have known better. But there was some games that were interesting. I was definitely interested in that Split Fiction game. And the game at the end was definitely interesting. I still have to play Returnal. I think I have Returnal. I just haven't played it. But, so I'll play Returnal first before I play that, what is it? Solar, I think is what the new one's going to be called. From the same people that made Returnal. So, there's a lot of cool stuff there that I'll definitely be checking out. Especially that Split Fiction, if I can get someone to play with me. I really want to play that game. But, anyway, I just think this would be something that a lot of these studios really need to think about and maybe consider. And that's all I'm really saying. I just think it's something that they should consider. Okay, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching a short clip from a much longer show that we've been doing on this channel. If you would like to see the full show, just go down the description and click the link. Thanks, guys.